The rules of heredity determine the process by which traits and characteristics are reliably inherited. Let us take a closer look at inherited traits and rules for the inheritance of traits. Inherited traits. A trait or characteristic of an organism, which is caused by change in its genes or DNA, is called an inherited trait. Let us discuss about rules for the inheritance of traits, or characters. The two rules are monohybrid inheritance and dihybrid inheritance. Before we move to rules in detail, let us discuss in brief about inheritance and about Gregor Johann Mendel. Inheritance is the transmission of genetically controlled characteristics or traits from one generation to the next generation. Gregor Johann Mendel conducted experiments with garden pea plants and determined the rules for the inheritance of traits. He defined the rules based on the contrasting visible characters of garden peas, like tall short plants, round wrinkled seeds, yellow-green seeds, white-violet flowers, and so on. Let us discuss about rules for the inheritance of traits, or characters in brief. Monohybrid inheritance. Monohybrid inheritance, which involves the inheritance of a single characteristic or single traits, such as height. For example, tall and short plants were crossed. Dihybrid inheritance. Dihybrid inheritance, which involves the inheritance of two characteristics or two traits, such as seed shape and seed color. For example, shape and color of seeds were crossed. Here we should note that a new form of plant, resulting from a cross or breeding of different varieties of a plant, is known as a hybrid. Let us study more elaborately about monohybrid inheritance and the law of segregation, with an example. Mendel took two pea plants with different traits, a tall pea plant and a short pea plant, and then he cross-pollinated them. He found that only tall pea plants were produced in the first generation, and no small pea plants were obtained in the first generation of progeny or offsprings. Mendel then crossed the two tall pea plants of the first generation, and found that tall pea plants and small pea plants were obtained in the second generation.